Right, now we're going to look at plug welding. Now plug welding is a process where we weld through the hole on one piece of metal onto another piece of metal. So we're going to sit in like that. A couple of maintenance things. First of all, obviously we're wearing gloves for safety and a helmet. The other thing that can happen is that weld splatter can get caught inside the gas shield. So to remove that, we'd take it off, and we're going to use a steel rod and push that out. And that just pushes out those pieces of splatter which could otherwise fall in on your work and spoil your weld. Now we've set the weld on a setting for 6mm thick, even though this material is 3. Why we do that is so that we ensure we get good penetration into the second piece of material. Now we're going to aim the welding torch, and you'll notice that I'm supporting it with my hand, fingers on the nozzle, on the shield, gas shield, and the back of my hand is resting on the table. That's so I can accurately aim smack in the middle. Now when we're welding, plug welding like this, we do need to concentrate the weld right inside the center of the hole on the second piece of material. If we concentrate on the top piece, then all we do is fill in the hole, and we may not have penetration into the second piece of material. Right, so let's give that a go. Always, always, always take another piece of material and check the welder is welding correctly. It also checks your own ability and your own skill level too, because if you can't do practice weld on a piece of scrap, there's no point in going on to your project. Alright, we're going to aim through the centre of that hole, like that. Welding up to the second phase, and then fill it up like that, and it's a done deal. So that is plug welding. Now, to handle that material, we're going to use these tongs. We're not going to pick it up with our gloves, obviously, because if we touch it with our gloves, we're going to burn our gloves where we need the protection for ourselves the most, and that's the fingertips. So we're going to pick that up. Normally, now to check the strength of our plug weld, I'm going to try and separate that. So I'm going to use a cold chisel, called the cold chisel because it's used for cutting cold steel. Now that the weld has cooled down a bit, try and break it off. Just need to be careful of anybody in that direction, because if this breaks off when you're hammering it could fly across the room, so you need to be a bit careful with it. I am wearing safety glasses. Let's try and break that off. There we go. And what we can see there, and this is what we really want to look at, you can see the metal, it's actually torn the metal out. It's torn a circle of metal out of this one here. And that's telling me that's quite a good weld. It tells me it's penetrated into the second piece. So that's a good one.